I feel more and more like Peter Griffin every day. All right, guys. This is the live stream of fun. As you can see, there are two Funkos on my table. This one is Nitro Pimps. This one is mine that I picked up today. The only dirt it's got on it is what I had on my hand. Yep, that's it. So, Pat House, welcome, buddy. So, Rich B, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm going to give this thing a drive tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely boxed stock for the first drive. However, Enlighten, what's up, buddy? Spall, hey, buddy. However, for the second run, there are a few things I'm going to do to it. Marcus Landry, yeah, Rich, I got it. I do so much orange and red. I like, let's do some green. There's a buddy of mine who does a whole lot of green stuff, so he's going to like it. Viking RC is up. Nitro Pimp. Have you made it to 1,000 yet, Nitro Pimp? Clayton. See, look at that Funko Nitro Pimp place. Yeah, Clayton, I didn't have much of a choice. I literally picked, it's been powered up one time on the table just to check for operation. That's all it's got. Rob Connor, Addicted, what's up, buddy? Dude, I like the way the green looks on this stuff. The green pops so nice. The orange is really nice too, I gotta admit. But I just kind of wanted to. All right, you're at 801. All right, Nitro Pimp is 199 away from making it to 1,000. I really want to see Nitro Pimp's first video after he's monetized to say, I need to make a nickel. And then I want to see the video where he shows I made a nickel all in a day. For me, Nitro Pimp, I know you got your stuff going on, but man, that first nickel that I made was just everything to me. It really was. At least, doing RCs and stuff, it was just amazing for me. But Nitro, I want to bring this back to you personally, along with the Mini XRT. I got some cleanup to do and all that. I did have to work on the shocks a little bit. I found out why it was bouncing so bad. The little diaphragms up top, they were all sideways. So I added some 750 CST oil and straightened those out. So you're good to go there. Yeah, we really want to take these out. When I come down to see you, I think depending on the day and the schedule, I may be able to bring Sean Larman with me of Jack's RC Recycle Repair. He has a Losi 5B or the two-wheel drive 5B that he wants to run with us. So I'm thinking we could definitely have a fun day, especially if you know of a good sandy area, man. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I have a different set of tires for the front too. Sean had these, so I got them. Check this out. So yeah, these will be going on the front for sure. These will be like street tires, and I'll get some XRT tires, which I believe Sean has out there too, for the back for some street running. I'm not going to concern myself with speed running or doing anything really crazy with it because it's already been done. But what I'm planning on doing with it is the first three letters in the name, having fun. Kenneth Lopez, what's up, buddy? Discovery, what's up? Chainsaw, my first job done today. First job, all right. You got multiple jobs? Leave the whips off or put them on. I don't know, Marcus. I kind of like them, but it's a basher, so I don't know. Needs decals. The pack of paper is right here. And I haven't even opened it yet. So the whips are there. The wheelie bar is there. So I haven't done anything with it yet. I haven't even looked into what aftermarket guys are doing to them. I know Nitro's put a lot of lights and stuff all over his. I'm not worried about lights. No. Not on a basher. Well, at least not from me. We'll do that. Nitro Pimp, Nitro Rob. 611 to go to hit 1,000. But this weekend I'm going to finally do my first video where I introduce myself. Rich B, one of the most nervous things to do are those first few videos where you are literally face to face. And One of the ways to look at it is you're face to face with a camera. If you look at it, you're face to face with 50,000 people to 8 billion people. That's when you get nervous. But I just look at it like I'm talking to a camera for the most part, you know. That phone is a good spot for the camera to mount too. Now, I will tell you this much. This right here would be awesome to have a GoPro in. Generally speaking, I don't like GoPro video. I just don't care for GoPro video. However, when it's on board and you have all the stabilization the way they work, like see a flat spot right in here and through there, I think it'd be phenomenal. You're right. See, you got them rock bumps. I did put the rock bumps on here, and I got the video. The issue is my inserts are way too stiff for this 4.5-pound truck. I've got the new Deluxe bead locks for the loaded dice wheels. And so when I get those in, I'm going to make a set of pro codes specifically for those wheels. And I don't have one handy here, but you know how they had the loaded dice, the hangers? I'm going to make some for these Mias axles. Obviously, a print design. I may send it to Arthur and get them made out of solid brass. I may do them out of like print and then have slugs put in them. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe a carbon drop down with a brass piece at the bottom. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet. I know how to do it and what to do. The problem is going to come with the name of these things. Now, okay. On the name of these hangers. Okay. Now, Mias, it's an axle, right? Mias, okay. You know how I have the truck I call the Moose? So Moose, and it's on it's on the steering knuckle, right? So I'm thinking about calling them Moose Knuckles. But regardless of what they end up being named, they're going to fit down in and should work pretty darn well for the Mias axles. Oh man, let me catch up to you guys here. I have a video on the Mias axle steering mod. All you got to do on the axle steering mod is just trim the tabs about maybe 1/8 of an inch and give the tie rod a little tweak. Sean, what's up, buddy? Sean Scarlett from the UK. I don't have the Vidavon arms for it yet, but I got a feeling I will. What tires are on Pimps? Those are the Super Hogs. Not really sure anything else on them. Basher, you're right, Nitro. It really is its own thing. OGRC reservoir shocks are real and come filled. They seem legit. On the reservoir shocks, I also like what Vidavon is doing with his too, and he seems to be going crazy with them as well. Let me see if I can catch up with you guys. Chainsaw Buddy, self-employed is amazing, isn't it? The problem is I start about 9 o'clock in the morning, and I usually get to bed around 2 o'clock in the morning. And that's with horrible videos and all. Use FPV. Now, I've seen some FPV stuff, Pat House, with the head tracking and all that. That would be cool. Tipsy RC. You know, as far as a 41 of these goes, this was $1,200. They got them dropped down a little bit. I wanted one, but I didn't want one, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like, I like to have one, but I don't really need one or that. Until Nitro Pimp sent that home with me. So it's Nitro's fault that I even have this green one over here. Let me see. I saw that on the front brake calipers and front arm. Yes, Marcus. That was also another deciding factor that Vidavon is making parts for it. So that kind of helped me push the cash across the table. What's up with this XP thing on the chat? What XP on the chat? I don't see what you're talking about. I wonder what I'm going to do a two-wheel drive. I don't know that Arma will compete with it. It's kind of a niche vehicle. Losi kind of did something with the UDR, though. Not really as good as the UDR, but they did something. We knew that one was coming. Yeah, CD18. Amazing looking back. We're going to do a special edition black one as soon as you're done upgrading. Oh, I'm sure. I don't care about special bodies or anything like that stuff. So you're bumping from 525 to 575. On the Exorcist, a little bit less stable because everything is higher. You can kind of notice that a little bit. Also, the rollout is more. So I'm probably going to put I've got the 833 underdrive gears in the back. I'm probably going to underdrive the front to match it. I've got a 13-tooth pinion gear from Amazon in this transmission. I'd like to gear it down a little bit, but I'd like to see how this all works out. But building with larger tires is different than building for small tires. It really is. They're going to do a special edition. 5, call them scrotums. That's actually not too bad. Harvey's, what's up? Happy 4th, buddy. Dingleberries. Dingleberries is good. You could also call them a Klingon, too. I knew where that was going. Do you have or able to get 8 of the Vidavon shock rod ends for the Raminator shock? Addicted to RC. I believe I have those in there. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have 2 packs of 4 in there. So, yes, I do. Why they're not on the website? Because I'm probably going to use them, but I haven't needed them. Since I put the Vidavon ones on, they're that good. But yes, send me a message, Addicted, so I can get you fixed up with those. Yeah, so you fix your raw 800 LP with a different set of gears, and the gears were actually different. So upgraded gears or something like that. I'm kind of interested because you said the pin was different, but the pin worked and everything. The Florida Moose Knuckle. See, you guys like the Moose Knuckle. Some chat feature they rolled out. No idea what it does. I don't see the option here. I do see a goal that I can put up here. What is that? Make super chat more fun with a goal. Pick a goal. 10 super chats. Teal is higher. Teal and higher around $5. Set a timer for 30 minutes. Share how you'll celebrate. It says I'll host a Q&A session. Get inspired with examples. I don't know. I don't know. If I can get back. There we go. I'm back to you guys now. In Oregon, we have awesome sand dunes. Tipsy. See. Price unit. Not exactly sure. Never sell, only buy. Okay, so is the sound back or what? Okay, so apparently when my phone is ringing, I lose sound. Sorry, guys. I'm not Charlie Chaplin. Or like, was it Kung Fu Enter the Fist? Hello. All right, muted right when you're trying to answer me. Okay, Tipsy. What Tipsy? Let me get back up to your question here since I'm. Oh yeah. If I had more, the sand area that I had was is all buildings now, so I can't actually do anything. Oh boy, I'm actually come up with an actual camera for this stuff, aren't I? So I don't have to use my phone. Not your pimp, restore, turn on, do not disturb on your phone. I have never done that. With those films. All right. So I did get some details on my recent Vidavon order. I do have, I think it's 3 sets of the Exorcist chassis in carbon that will be here. So when they get here, this will be converted over to the carbon, and I can further try to refine this thing a little bit. But so far, the printed chassis is holding up great. He has it, BDMF was calling, I guess. What's with the ringing now in the background like you're holding up a magnet to a mic? I'm not holding no magnet to a mic. Dude, I don't know, man. All I got are these. I can talk like this. I can whisper really nice and soft. Can you hear that? Or I can put it down here and talk like normal. What's with that? Rip, need headphones. I was talking really quiet there, man. I can't believe a badass camera company hasn't. There was a company. Oh, I can't think. It was Canon, I think it was. I got an email from Canon, and this was a couple years ago. I'm like, oh man, Canon looked at the email. Dang, it looks legit. All that. I'm like, okay, I'll respond to this one. And then I got to thinking, wait a minute, let me check that. It was from some random Gmail account. It was a spoof or a scam or something like that. Obviously, no information was passed, but still, yeah, that's the closest thing I've got was a scammer trying to scam me out of some money for a camera. Well, Marcus, I whispered into it. Clayton is tied up in the shed for later. Man, I got to tell you, Clayton did not want to go home. Just think, Clayton, if you were here, you could drive one of these while I drive the other at the same time. We could both hit that big jump, which I got to order 2 loads of sand. I keep saying I want to order that and just keep forgetting to order it. So definitely got to get that ordered. So, on the website, I have no idea how many of you guys are on here. But on the website, I've got it set up to where if you order more than $50 worth of stuff, you get free shipping. And that will carry through July 4th. If it goes well enough, then I'll go ahead and carry it on a little bit. As in, like, probably throughout the weekend, maybe. I'm trying to find my channel here. There we go. Sweet. All right, we'll just leave it at that. No, you're gonna do a nitro. Nitro, Bob. Just not really a nitro guy. I'm not good with small engines. Rather than changing a spark plug or something, I generally destroy it and throw it in the garbage. My weed eater now is electric. It's an 80-volt electric weed eater. Because when this thing blows up, man, I'm going to have a Castle ESC or a 800 kV motor or something on this. I can work on that one. I just can't work on little engines. I've never been able to. I know, Clayton, I do. Is it me or are the tires on the Funko have a lot of negative camber? Well, yeah, they both do. I don't believe they're adjustable. At least not yet. Maybe the aftermarket might make something that will give us an adjustable tie rod up there. Maybe, I don't know yet. But typically, let's see. Well, that kind of straightens them up. And they got a little bit of pressure on them, like when you're driving and stuff. Ah, that is right. Nitro sure did. My teeth pulled and I have top dentures. Oh boy, Lucas. Man. Clayton, you've already got Thor and Creep 6 and all kind. You got 3 of them now, don't you? Race Camp is kind of cool though. Besides, you'd probably break it. getting tired of hearing it, but how's that skid plate coming along? Which skid plate are you talking about, Kenneth? You're talking about the which skid plate are you talking about? AKA like a drift car, pimp. Yeah, which skid are you talking about here? Selling stuff to think out. Yeah, that's to buy a race cam. Yeah, I know. It's addictive. Oh, like that skid right there. I can print you one of those out. Just so far it's taken all the abuse that I've given it. But honestly, now you want to do this on your Executioner, I'm assuming. If you do that, I'll have to make the skid. I can print the top piece of it as well for the ESC and stuff like that, but it's a very specific setup for that. But I could do that. Like if you really want to make it happen, I could print that skid right there up. Print the ESC mount, which kind of goes over top of it, and if you want to do that, okay, if that's what you want to do, go to the website and order any skid on there, any OD3 skid or whatever you want, and there's an area that you can put notes in there. Say you want the Exorcist skid, the current version, and the ESC mount. The ESC mount will come with, let me put this over here. The ESC mount will come with these right here as well. Like I say, they are kind of experimental. I don't have any drag racers here. These would be the closest thing to a drag racer. I'm going to try to show you as best I can here. So obviously this is the newest skid that I've got on here, right? The front links go on here. In fact, you'll have to get a skid and front links, okay? Because it uses the short top links here and here. So it uses all 4 short links on this. These are the shortest that I can get from Mias right here. Because when I order links, I order them, 150 to 200 at a time. So I can't just, go to hardcore links, which I would love to do that. He just can't make the volume that I need. So, but anyway, this right here, I'll send you the lower links right here and this piece right here so you can put your ESC in all over it. I haven't actually fitted this into an Executioner chassis, but there's no reason it won't go into a chassis. No reason at all. And I could also send you the rear body mount. And they will come with the nuts. I'll probably print you 4 of these in case you lose them. But if you want this skid, order a skid off the website. Order a set of front links as well. That way I know everything and then put it in the notes exactly what you want to do with this. That way I'll know to print everything to go along with it. Okay? And I'll get you the links to make this work for you. The rear links on it, I've got these on the order. I've got these on the order. The rear links no longer bolt to the skid. They come into the chassis right here. Okay, the top links will be the same ones. I believe these are the 115 VRD links. 115 is what Mias measures these things at as the link itself, not with the rod end. So that's not the overall length of this thing. So, but the bottom links, you need about a 150 or possibly a 155 link if you're going to do this setup. So it will take some work on your part to make this work on an Executioner. When I get these links in like I want, and when I get the new axles in, which these are not them, the new axles are supposed to be in, I want to say that around the 10th or the 12th. And that's new axles that I helped Mias design. Based on these right here, the rear is 10 millimeters narrower and the front is 5 millimeters narrower. There's also other changes that are really beneficial to the front end of this thing from Mias that I worked on, because I actually had the STLs and worked on it for them. So I do have my hands in that one. But if, like I say, if you want to get all of that, send the message and all of that, and I'll get you taken care of. Sand card are nice. Having an XMAX and DBO. Gucci 07, 007. Dude, I get it. Believe me, I do. This is a very niche car. I don't have sand dunes for it either. So, I mean, these right here will end up being my street tires for it. I'll get a set of XRT tires for the back, which I believe I got some somewhere. And that'll be the street running stuff. And then these other ribs, these and the paddles will obviously be for sand. And I've got quite a few sand tires too, taller ones. What to see? Synchronized. A lot of cars in this. Also, last Tuesday we had a temp of 102 in Massachusetts. Holy cow! We get hot here in Florida, honestly. However, the humidity, and if you're in Massachusetts, you should get some sea humidity as well. You guys were in a heat dome last week, I believe it was. What they call the heat dome. You guys were cooking last week. With us, we kind of get a little bit of the ocean to kind of level our temperatures out. We may be 94, 95 with a heat index of 105 because of humidity and stuff. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure about where you guys are. So 103, is that like with the heat index nitro, Bob, or is that just flat out 103? When you're fire not entertained, hold your fire. Humidity is nitro because I'm in NorCal and it's 60 degrees. Sir, I hope all is well. What's up, Bob's? Nitro, Modesto. Are they going to be available in 4-wheel steer? As far as the new axles go, I could get them to do it. It's the exact same axle, just mirrored. So I would have to assume, yeah. Am I taking money for those axles yet? I haven't taken any money for them axles, but when the time comes that I can actually place the order and throw down and get it, I will. If send me a message and all that, and I'll make sure I get you on the list. I've got a list of about 10 right now. I'm trying to get 30 sets of these because as soon as I post these up, they're probably going to be gone. How hot is EF2 going to be? Buddy, I do not know. I'm going to assume mid to low 80s in November here in Florida. That's just an assumption. We've had Novembers where we had to wear jackets, where I had to wear pants. It's happened. I have no idea what November is going to be like right now. 118 in Arizona. Jeez, buddy. Hope you got enough chrome sets coming in. Oh, yeah, Clayton. They're going to do some special chrome editions like the ones for the H10 that I showed you guys. Chromed out, beautiful. I've had a few requests for those. Now, the chrome process, I'm not sure. I have to find out. It may add a few dollars, but man, they are absolutely beautiful. I know I want a chrome set, and I've got you and 2 others that want chrome. Yeah, Tommy, I'm not sure exactly how hot it's going to be. Brian, yes, sir, super fancy. Grizzly RC, what's up, buddy? How much are the axles for 4-wheel steering? They should be the same as what the Capras are now. So I want to say it's, was it 200 for the 4-wheel steer Capra axles that they got now? So they told me they were going to try to keep the prices the same. So do I have an actual price point? I do not. Not yet. So you choked on that dry heat in Arizona. Was it the dry heat that got you, or was it something else? Nitro Pimp. Buddy, chrome does get me home. I do like shiny things, buddy. Dude, chrome wheels, I like to see the wheels. Black wheels are like, it's just another black wheel. I could care less about the design of it, who makes it, or whatever. It's just another black wheel. But if it's got some chrome in it, if it's got some color that pops, that gets my attention. James Wisecarver, what's up? Shad, what's up, buddy? See, Marcus, I don't think it was the heat that he choked on when he got out of his truck. Gold axles. I don't know if they can do chrome plated. Yes, the new axles are aluminum. Now, just so you know, they are they told me it's a 6061 aluminum. So they're not the 7075 that you would get from Vidavon. So just so you know, just being absolutely honest with you, I did ask about the alloy and they did say 6061. In which anybody else breaking these axle housings? I haven't seen anybody. I haven't broke an axle housing. I broke gears. I broke axle shafts, but I've not broke one of these housings. This is every aluminum. I broke my axle housing. Which one did you break, Clayton? Axle housing. What kind of axle housing? Really? You actually send me a picture. I need to see this. I have never seen one broke, but it doesn't surprise me. You and Kane are some of the craziest drivers I've ever seen. Correct, Pat. Okay. I was about to say, Clayton, you got to send me a picture of that because I've never seen one broke. I know Kane has broken. My goodness, that guy can break anything. I think you and Kane are probably about the breakage kings of the world, man. Andrew, what's up, buddy? Technical question: the internals of the new capper axle V2 are the same as old V1 axles? Yes, the ring and pinions are the same as the AR45 or axial. The portal gears are also the same. When I order these in, I'm also ordering 824 ring and pinion, 827 ring and pinion, and the 833 ring and pinion. So therefore, I'll have the overdrive ring and pinion options and the underdrive. So all that will be on the website. I have no idea what the cost on all this is yet. I got to get all my information from them and see how much I got to throw down. But yeah, it's going to be a multi-$1,000 order for sure. What model kit we're going to Gundam Nut, Lindbergh, Cyclone? Question. Hey, Gundam Nut, he asked to use my studio here, and I'm like, come on, let's go. But he hasn't showed up yet. So easy. Now, these are sold complete. Just so you know, these are complete. They should be 180 to 190. And if you order them from like me or something, it might be upwards of 185 to 190 shipped, so long as I can get them for the correct price, you know. And I'm not sure where we're at with governments negotiating the tariffs and all that stuff. I'm not sure where that's going to happen. I'm not sure where we're at with that. I'm not sure if I'll get hit with duty fees when they make it to here or not. I did see where Mias is getting a U.S. warehouse, though. I was hoping it would be local, but it's not. It's going to be over by a port. So I'm not filming a blue movie. It was cool seeing the video of you making the front wheel drive actually useful. It was cool seeing the video of you making the front wheel drive actually useful. And what? Week to find out on tariffs, right? I'm building a new Fat Cat RX-8 version 2, upscaled HG to MG. Okay. Oh, I was reading Gundam and I'm like, okay, this terminology is not ringing a bell with me. Oh, yeah, with the TKO7. Yeah, you can just simply shift into front wheel drive and the rear is in neutral. So it doesn't really have a dig, but the rear is not driving. You can actually use it kind of like a rolling dig, if that makes any sense. So yeah. So, oh, it was brought to my attention that on Harley's Scale News Network, new update or whatever it was, that somebody's doing a pro code. It was sent to me as a picture, and and I looked at their design. I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I'm not bashing another company, but these are way, way, way more advanced. I have went through these dozens of times, if not 40 or 50 times, to get everything down to where we are now to the current versions. So where he's at is a design that I had, I don't know, maybe 8 months ago when I was first testing them, and they failed because the foam didn't stay in place. Simple as that. And it didn't fit what I wanted and what I needed to see out of it. So therefore, I have evolved into this, just so you know. The Pro has a rear neutral. Correct, Pat. It does. Yep, it does. You can pretty much set like your center as long as your trim is right and everything is moving freely. So yeah, Marcus, the one that he showed, it's like I said, it's one of the versions that I had put together, failed it, and tossed it in the trash. Just it didn't pass for what I wanted, and I have evolved into much, much better designs. And when I post it up, I've got recesses, I've got bulges, I've got contours in these now, which are what all of my inserts are going to. I'm probably not going to mess with the old actives, but the cheat codes are going to get updated. The pro codes are just about all updated. So maybe not the pictures on the website, but soon. But as I'm getting orders in, I am adjusting the files. CM. Now, you know, the Fat Boys are actually a really good selling insert. It's one of the few that really fills that tire well. And for the 30 millimeter wide wheels, yeah, they're actually pretty darn good, man. Now, with the Baja Pro X being kind of a thick carcass, you kind of, I think I've got the weight set up right to make sure your N1's soft enough to get the job done. I don't have a pro code for them tires. I don't know that anybody really comps with those tires. They don't really seem to be a comp tire, at least from what I've seen. Everybody's on skinny tires as far as like the real high-end comp guys go. So, how many later? Okay, Kenneth. Yes, sir. I will get you fixed up. As soon as I get off of this, I'll go ahead and start the print job for you and get you fixed up on all the parts and pieces. You'll get front, rear body mounts, that exact skid. The front body mount is also the ESC receiver mount, all that for you. And then the links to complete your front. I'll put 4 of the 60 links in the front for you. You have any for the J-Con holds? Tommy Tyson. Oh yeah, I got quite a few for those. I believe the X codes, although I haven't fit them in there yet, I'm pretty sure the X codes will fit those tires as well. So as far as universal fitment, man, the pro code's where it's at. And if you happen to have the Amazon carbon wheels and all that stuff that will groove in them, man, like this is the AMA version. It's hard for you guys to see it, but there are actual risers inside of here which lock this into that groove. So zero side shift or anything, like this is for normal 1.9. This has these grooves in it, and they come with a little tube of glue, right? So If you notice side shift, which I'm going to tell you guys, every insert I've ever had, unless it was a fit insert like this, they get a side shift to them. The worst ones I've ever had on side shift, I don't want to say their name because that guy is a little bit of a pain in the butt to deal with. But let's just say they were the ones with like the little pin things on them. But they would side shift so hard, I would have to take the wheel apart to get the thing back into position. So thank you, Marcus Landry. Yes, those were the worst ones I've ever had with side shifting. Ever. So, but yeah, those were the worst ones ever. So mine, if you do have the side shifting, what you do, and I have a whole video on this, you take this, typically what I'll do on the fronts, I'll push the front out a little bit, add some glue in the glue grooves, and let it set. Now your front has a different offset. On the rear, I'd push them in a little bit because personally, I like a wide front, skinny rear to get through gates and competition, which is kind of why I did the on the like the new axles, the fronts are 5 millimeters wider than the rear. As compared to these axles, the fronts are 5 millimeters narrow. They are 223 hex to hex on the front, and the rears are 218. So when these axles are ready to be released, I've actually got a video already set up. I'm not sure if I've got it for channel members yet, but I'm kind of saving it. I might release that video to channel members if I haven't already. So, really, I know he was not making people very happy with his business methods at all. And you know, Clayton, some of these companies do have good products. They really do. But the guy behind it can make or break it just as bad as having a good product or a bad product. You know, not everything I produced has done well. I mean, that's fine. On my website, I probably got 300, if not over 300 designs. And we're talking Exocaged RC designs. Everything from all the different, man, I've got so many different versions of inserts, and not all of them are listed on the website as well. Some are very special. Some of you guys probably have some very special inserts. But Clayton's getting up there. I got called on the daily. Don't mind the heat. I get called. Yeah, Marcus, we all get called that. The cheat codes with the brass weight slots for the reef's crux. You know, Rob, you're talking about the little holes in them. I've got that file I can put into those inserts if that's what you really want. Message me, buddy. I mean, I've got so much stuff. And some of it is just so one-off that it's not really, it's for individual, very custom stuff. 393 Tusk. The best thing I've got for you there on the 1.9, Brian, would be the 4.19 Pro codes. It's the best thing I've got for you there. 4.19, 3.93. It's a little bit of a difference on there. If you really want one, I think I may have some 393 Tusks here. I could test fit one to see if it'll work, but you'll need to send me an email to remind me to do all that. Mine for the bumpers and sliders. I'm waiting to get shipping confirmation, Andrew. You come, they want on the shift wheels. There's a lockdown place. Excellent, Zach. Heck yeah, buddy. Right? I agree, Pat. I think of myself the same way. But I also, and I may have said this in the past, but man, if everybody on here, if you think that the way I used to think is that your time doesn't mean much, you're wrong. It took me so long to realize that my time was valuable. I always viewed jobs as go in, waste a day, get paid. Go in, help whatever needs to be done, and get paid for it. Never viewed my time as valuable until about 3 years ago, and now here I am. Time is the most valuable thing you have. I don't care how much money's in your bank account, it doesn't mean more than your time. So, anyway, all right, we'll get back to this right here. I don't get heat mean till August. Well, like I say, Nitro, I'm gonna try to bring Sean down there so we can have like a full day. I'm assuming you got some good sandy spots so we can go run these things. Also, Nitro, I need to ask you, for my very first run on this, I would like to use the batteries that you put with this one. This way I get a full box stock run on this thing. No adapters, anything. Once it makes it past the full box stock, the ESC plugs are coming off and it's getting XT90s on it. So that will probably pretty much void any warranty I've got on it. And besides, doing what I do for a living, could I really call up Trax and say, hey, I was just driving along and it blew up? No. They're going to look at my videos and say, we saw what you did. So I don't get that excuse. Yeah. Can I ask about an old rig? I bought a Ridge Rock for my brother-in-law, upgrading it now. What's your opinion on 380? On the 380 motors, Travis, I did the upgraded $5 motors off of eBay. It wasn't worth it, in my opinion. Wasn't worth it at all. Stock motors are gutless, but that's about all you're going to do. There was a guy I saw, he was able to fit, and I don't know if the gear train survived it, honestly. I believe they got metal gears when they came out with the Portal Ridgeline or whatever it was. But he actually got the Holmes 380 revolvers in these axles. He clearanced them and made them actually fit in those axles. So if you really want to get fancy, you can probably find that online somewhere. I'm sure there's information somewhere on that. I've got a few of that version Exorcist chassis on the way. I don't think it's going to be the final version, but I do have, I think, 3 sets of rails on the way. So if you want to build off of that and give me some feedback, Kenneth, let's work a deal, buddy. Not buying right now. I need to catch up. You get M2C order done tonight so I can finally build my Big Rock 6S on 8S power. Marcus, I got a feeling you're still going to have differential problems, even with all that M2C stuff. I got to tell you, M2C is the best in the business. They are absolutely top of the line, the top of the food chain. They're up there, buddy. They're also in South Carolina. I was looking at Holmes 380s. There was, like I say, Travis, there was a guy that put the Outrunners, the revolvers in that, and he got clearance and all that. So it has been done. There's more than likely information out there. Country Life. What insert of mine would be good for TF2 4Runner running the Pro Line Toyo Open Country? I do not have those tires. If they are really skinny, you can email me and maybe I can narrow up a set, you know, something. But it's kind of one of them things to where I've had guys take and they'll have a tire somehow and they'll send me caliper pictures of the tread and all that. And I'm like, I got to see the inside. I've got to fit the inside because when it comes to a full insert, Nacho Bob, my LMT is still broke. I haven't bought the parts yet. When it comes to a printed insert, if you try to push out on it, generally speaking, you're going to get a crimp or a compression fold in the insert. Sometimes you may not notice it, but you're not going to get what you want. If you really want a tire that's going to kind of push out a little bit and still conform, the Pro Coat is the way to go, because you'll get the foam in there. You'll get the foam drive, the foam feel, and the sidewall control of a printed insert. And they cost less because they cost me less to make. They print faster and all that. Pat House, the Titan 12 turn. Was it the 12 turn Trailmaster, I believe it was. Years ago, I got one of those. Let me tell you guys a story. Years ago, I got one of those, and I was running it on 3S in a TRX4. Perfectly fine. Got a little warm. Nothing major, right? Well, Holmes got a hold of me and asked me to do something because people were buying that motor, putting it on 3S, burning it up, and telling him that Exocaged did it and trying to get warranty. So that was when I came out with the video, Stop Burning Up Your Motor. So that whole video is kind of a request by Holmes to try to get people to stop burning up the motors, because you'd put 3S on these things and you wouldn't drive accordingly. One of the worst things on a brushed motor, any motor, ESC, whatever, is when you like lock the axle onto a rock and you try to push through it. You're going to burn the windings up. You're going to burn the motor up. In the competition world, you get that axle on there, and if they got those stupid reverse penalties, you know, you don't want to get that penalty, so you're trying to jiggle your wheels and all that, and you're really pushing up there. So that's kind of a different ball game there. And generally speaking, you wouldn't be running a Trailmaster motor in a competition, even though I've done it and I've seen others do it. $10 motors, $12 motors. I think they retail for what, 20? So, but anyway, yeah, that's a little bit different story, but that was why that video was there. And then the old infamous driver mod video. That was so fun. All I did was slow down. That was it. I think I've done a LMT. Well, my LMT 2.0, I still need to order parts for it. I may have the parts somewhere. It just needs the shock ends and the link ends. That one has the 2650 kV motor in it, Castle powered, with the Monster X. So the motor may have a little bit of an issue with it, but I guarantee it'll be a lot of fun. Love to test the chassis. If you're okay with it, I'll email you. Yeah, email me so we can figure out how we want to work this, Kenneth. I know I'm keeping one of them for me for obvious reasons, but I do need some real world input, because you're not driving broken concrete. You know, I do need input on this chassis before everything goes out, you know. As before, what do I think the next SCX6 will be? I would absolutely love to see a SCX6 Capra. I would love to see that, but I really doubt it's going to happen. More than likely, it'll be a new body, probably a Ford Raptor. But I would love to see a Capra 6. I would also like to see a Typhon fifth skill, you know? I mean, they've already got all the driveline. All it is a different body, different arms, and 1/5 buggy tires and wheels. That's it. Executioner. Yes, sir. Cheat codes for the rear axles. Yeah, see, when I was doing mine, Rob, and you might want to try this as well, I found that having the cheat codes in the front and the pro codes in the back made it easier to position the rear with your steering servo. Give it a jiggle or whatever. It seemed to make it easier to position the rear, because with the foam out here, you still have some tread deflection, a little bit more than what's on, quite a bit more than what's on the cheat code. So with that, it allowed the tread to work and actually be able to reposition it a little bit better. At least that's what, you know, I would think. Justin Noble, buddy, I have spoken with everybody I can about things, but I'm just a little YouTuber. Now, the 1/5 granite, just go get yourself a Outcast 8S. Basically the same thing. Hey, looks like we had a spammer on here. Clayton got him. Marcus, the X codes, dude, I really like the X codes. They do have their limits on how soft I can get them, though, because of the way they are. And these are going to get pro codes, because when you guys see the video, which hopefully I have it done, edited up to channel members tonight, you'll see that the X codes in here are just simply too stiff for this vehicle. Did they work? Yeah, but they weren't right. So, what about a Bomber SCX 6? They could do something like this. Get away with scaling up TRX4. Dude, a 1/6 scale TRX4, if they scale it up, it would be absolutely bomb-proof, wouldn't it? Tom Square, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. How's your bottled Exo stand doing? Oh, my goodness. Now, if Axia was to give us something like this, I think it would be pretty cool. This happens to be around $4,500 worth of car, though. This is all Vitavon. But they could do this. SCX6 axles, 2-speed transmission, just a Rift-looking Capra cage. That's it. Oh, trailing arms, too, which they can get that off of the low C hammer ray, the big one. See, what Clayton is talking about is, was it on today's video? I'm not sure, but anyway, it was like a guy asking for sand or something, and I'm like, I don't know, kind of one of those weird requests you get. Luckily, I haven't had anybody, you know, ask me for my socks or something, you know. From Times Square. All right, everybody's looking good. All right, so it's at the 8 o'clock hour right now. How many of you guys are on? 47 of you guys. Okay. I have to wear socks for someone else. That is true, Marcus. I never wear socks. I do never wear socks. And if somebody wanted socks for me, I'd probably just get some out of the laundry. Well, they'll be mismatched, of course. Guys, I'm going. Oh, my goodness. All right, Nitro, have a good one, buddy. So, but anyway. Oh, hey, well, I done lost my train of thought now. I know we were talking about socks. All right, so how about this one? Tomorrow, I will finally get this, be able to drive this. Yes, sir, Andrew. Appreciate it, buddy. Oh, I was like, man, the rear suspension's messed up. The tire was stuck under it. These are going to be good. These are Losi tires. Losi suckers? Losi S L I Losi slicers. I thought they were the Losi suckers for a second, but no, it's the Losi slicers. Those would be pretty good. Gold-plated unicorn. No, sir. Do I got any race buggies or truggies? Yes, I have a Losi truggy. I've got a couple Typhons. I got a Techno Truggy as well. Go with like a 17 tooth pinion gear, Clayton. I think you ended up with, was it a 13 tooth or something? Yeah, bump that up to about 17. That should put you about where it's at, because there was a big difference in power and all of that. Hey, look, Marcus, woohoo! Oh boy. Hasib Al-Manananavik. You can have a hard time because I got a feeling Clayton's about to get you. Let's see. I knew Clayton was going to get him. I'm like, yep. Clayton must have been lapsed and must have been taking a nap or something on that one. So, all right. So it is 8 o'clock. You guys are giving me some breathing room. Give me some good tech, because I'm here talking to you guys directly. Just sort of standing backflips. Your crate success. I think mine will do standing backflips on my Creighton, and I got the XR, not the XRT, but the ESB one, the EXB is what I got on it. But I put a stock system in it, and I think mine will do standing backflips on 6S. I haven't driven it in a while. But I know on 6S that thing is wild, man. But oh, excuse me. But I do think so better disc. Yeah, I'm not sure what to tell you on your diffs. Just order the newest version they got that fit it, buddy. But when it comes to these vehicles, and I can tell you this, like with the Mojave, just about every time we get somebody out here with a Mojave, no kidding, almost every time it's broken with some kind of a differential problem. So that's kind of why I no longer have a Mojave. I had a nice EXB too. I had all kinds of stuff done to it. Differential problems, diff problems, over and over and over. I got rid of it. I still have the Traxxas Max Slash, because the Max is one of the most strongest trucks out there, man. I really like the Traxxas Max. Need some inserts for 4.19. I have not made any X codes for that small of a tire yet, but that doesn't mean I can't. 4.19 landmine. Landmines? Dude, I haven't heard that name in a while. I thought we moved on to Tusks. But I think I have some landmines 419 somewhere. I've got tires all over the place. Clayton can tell you. There are tires all over the place. I'm looking at a bunch of them right now. Diff fluid, does anyone run a Creighton 6S for thicker fluid equals more air control? Travis, okay. Typically speaking, when you're in the air, I don't care what diff fluid you got in there, it's not going to change anything. Like what Marcus just said, the million in the center, what that will do, that will give you a better push coming off the ramp to set up your back flips. Okay, once you're in the air, man, on my Vanquish Pro, I no longer have that truck. Once you're in the air, you're just mass turning your tires forward or backwards. They're going to turn one way or the other. But to get the push up, that's where you got to have the thicker diff fluid in the center. On mine, heck, man, most of mine, if I mess with the center diff, 20 million, or earplugs and a little bit of leftover oil in there. Because if you put the silicone earplugs in there, that silicone is not a lubricant. Leave just a film of the original silicone oil to kind of mix in with it, just a little bit. Mess yet? That's what you want. Yes, but not quite as bad. Yeah, I don't have the Vanquish Pro anymore, buddy. Traded that off. Most of my trucks, though, I mean, heck, unless I have a problem with them, I just leave the stock diff oils in them. I think one of them that I have that I really need to mess with is the Red Cat Machete. That one needs some thicker diff oil in the middle. It's like it's got WD-40 in there. So that one does need some thicker diff oil, but the thing does run pretty good, though. So, yeah. Give me a price I can buy the Baja Ray 2.0. I'm looking at it. It's sitting right there looking as blue method as it can be. Dude, Clayton, dude, I got... How many crawlers do I have that aren't Executioner? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've got 5 decent crawlers that aren't Executioner, and I've got 5 Executioners. Soon to be 6 when I get these new axles in. Because, I mean, I've got the new axles on one of my Executioners now. Did I do a video on that? I don't know, but I might need to. But when I get the new axles in, I got 2 Vanquish trucks too, the VRDs. They're both in parts. They're parted right now. I need to one day put them back together. But man, it's like I don't really feel a need to put them back together. Oh well. Oh man, yeah, it's like I need to keep at least 1 or 2 normal vehicles though for testing. So I guess I do need to put one of my VRDs back together eventually. The blue waffle. Now, dude, I'm gonna tell you, when I get these wheels in, they ship priority. Hopefully, they'll be in tomorrow. I get these new wheels in from Deluxe, man. I'm gonna make some moose knuckles for them, and I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, the VRDs, they're kind of chassis with links hanging off of them right now, but a scale truck that performs, and you can build that out of an Executioner. Just don't put all the overdrive in it. Yeah. Yes. You know, I tried to look up moose knuckle, and I was not getting the picture that I remember. It used to come up with something like from Maury Povich, you know, a picture of someone in the crowd, which is the moose knuckle origin, but I didn't get it on Google this time, and I was looking for it though. Clayton doesn't know what it is. I don't know if Clayton knows or not. I'm not sure if I explained the blue waffle to him. But I do know if he looks for some cups and a couple women, that's interesting. Camel towing. I think there's a whole business out there called camel towing. And then you get the guys with the poop trucks out there. They're like one man's poop is another man's gold or something like that. Yeah. All right, so guys, we're going to wrap this up in about 5 minutes here. This way I can go inside. So I've still got some family over. I think they're going to head out tomorrow. So I kind of want to go hang out with the family, edit that. When I get done hanging out with them, I'll come back out here and get the outro for that on the big tires there. Pregnant girlfriend. Oh my God, Paul, dude. That just got worse and worse and worse, didn't it? Man, Dude, I was scrolling through, I don't know where it was, Instagram or TikTok or something, ran across this guy that was, let's just say, he had his brother's pregnant girlfriend doing things throughout the trailer park. She was helping out with dishes. She was folding the bed sheets, and she was just taking care of normal chores, right? Order printed weight hangers from the Mia's Capra. Really, Zach, I need to see those. Send me a picture of them. I didn't know anybody had those out, but I do need to see a picture of those. Dude, I know, Paul. She came in and was just beating the heck out of him. Yeah, when I get mine done, Zach, I'll probably be printed, but I do want to get carbon hangers or possibly full machined hangers in there too. Okay, Zach. Yeah, let's see what we can do about that one as well. Yeah, the wife is doing as good as she can, I guess. Awesome, Zach. Thank you. So, yeah, I guess we're about ready to wrap this up, huh? Oh, let's talk about EF2 real quick. EF2 in Callahan, I've got all but one director ready to go. So, still kind of working on the race director for the off road race. So, working on that one, but we're looking at fifth scale oval, gas, electric, whatever, X Maxes, big low seas, all that stuff. Crawler courses, we'll probably have two on Saturday and Sunday, little crawler comp, just quick stuff, easy stuff. Saturday might be a little bit more, but we're looking at 110 clay oval and possibly one RC. Hopefully their track is still decent. My kitties are doing good, Gundam. Pat House Exo Fest 2 is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And just so you guys know, I am working on a page. The way this is going to work, okay, when you come onto the property, you buy the ticket on the website. I've still got to get the virtual thing done, but you will get an email with a printable ticket. When you come up to the sign in, because the property, this is a whole different kind of property deal. When you come up there, you will be responsible for property entry. I'm not sure what it's going to be because of the insurance and all that stuff they got to put on everybody. Because we can't avoid that. Just like going to a Cherokee, you still have to pay for park admission. It's still there. So that if you're going to be camping, obviously there's a camping fee. If you come in, and I'm thinking about pricing this at about maybe $40 for the weekend. That will get you full access to all the vendors. You'll have access to all the courses, except for the times when they're actively running a race. So therefore, you will have access to everything. It's just not the races. Now, if you want to race, you can go see that director, and there will be a fee to race. If you don't want to race, then you're not paying for it. The way I see it, like if each director wanted, say, $20 to enter the race, right? All the way through, and I put, see, we got 5 different ways to race. So that'd be $100 right there. You're looking at $140 for the weekend, right? Well, what if you only want to race oval one class? Why pay for the classes and the races that you're not going to participate in? Got it? So it's a la carte. You only get what you want. You'll have access to all the vendors. There will be food on site, especially for this one. It's going to be put on by the park itself, Callahan. They have a whole food thing in there. I mean, like it's almost like a home-based food truck, but it's part of the property. So they got that going there. So basically, you only participate in what you want to participate in. So I don't want to have to charge you for everything when you're not going to be part of everything. You just want to come in and run the crawler stuff. Well, hey, there's no need for you to pay for the racing when you're not going to be there, right? So it's a way that I can price it out to make it worth your while. And each director of the track, the money you give them goes directly to them, because they have to take care of any awards. They have to take care of the organizing. They're running the event. So that is there. So I don't see any of that money at all. So I feel like SCX 10.4 is coming soon. If it is, I haven't heard anything about it, Pat. Perito got an update on the photo work I did. I've been able to see it due to the shop, which is a card shop swamped with the events. Possible SCX 10.3 kit. Okay. Not too worried about no SCX 10 version release. Joseph, buddy, 10.2 holds up. The old original 10.2 is still a good one. See, Marcus, that's another thing I'm working on. It is Callahan, so I've got to get all the hotels listed, linked up. I also got to contact these hotels to see if I can get a special discounted rate for everybody. So basically, if I can get a discounted rate for everybody, you'll show them that ticket that you'll get from the website, and you'll be able to get a discount at the hotel. That's another thing I'm trying to do, to make that ticket worth. I want that ticket to be worth more than the cost to get the ticket. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do, is to make the ticket, how do I do this? To give you enough discounts locally. I got to go see the restaurants as well. To give you enough discounts locally to make that ticket pay for itself and then some. So I still got a lot of work to do. Value. You're right, Marcus. I'm trying to make the ticket give you more value than the cost it costs you to get the ticket. Utility of the ticket. That's it, Joseph. You got it. That is what I'm trying to do. Yes. So, I mean, if I get one hotel that they'll give you, say, $20 off per night. Okay. If the ticket costs you $40, well, guess what? You just made $20 back right there. If you stay for 2 nights, there's your $40 right there. Boom, done, right? If you stay for 3 because you're really hardcore and you just really want to go for it, now you're making money off that ticket. So, and then if I can get with the local restaurants, I believe there's a Bono's there and stuff like that. Some of the different open restaurants, I want to get with them, see if I can show them a ticket, which I've got to design the ticket, all that, to see if I can get you guys a discount at the restaurants as well. So you'll probably get, I'll get this set up to where you'll get the ticket for entry into the park, because I'm working on this right here. The ticket to get to the park, and I'll probably give you a discount ticket and list the restaurants or hotels on it that get a discount. Sound good? YouTube chat message. Yes, actually, Enlighten, you're right. Also, with the wristband you'll get when you come to see me or somebody I've got up there doing wristbands, that wristband will have a number. Without the wristband, you are not eligible for any of the raffle, any of the giveaway stuff. So you have to have that in there. You are the Walt Disney of RC. Gundam Nut, buddy. If you knew the plans I have for this event, man, next year I want to do 4 events, maybe 5. For real. In fact, I've got DFD scheduled for January, Callahan again for the springtime, and then April, May. I think April, I want to go back to Cherokee. Then after that, we got May, we got Beat the Creek. which won't be an ExoFest event, but Beat the Creek, and then probably take the rest of the summer off. But in the fall, when it starts coming, and I really want to go, I want to go way north. I want to go above Beat the Creek, and I don't want to go to Beat the Creek. I don't want to make it that. I don't want to go to that spot. I need a different spot that's more suitable. There are some parks up there, because I need a park, because I need to have infrastructure. I need to have power, need to have camping, need to have facilities, need to have all these things lined up, or at least make them all available, because as I'm putting on these events, those are my expenses to take. So as I make money, I've got to throw it back into it to build the event. So let's just say I make $4,000 in November. Let's just say I make $4,000 after everything. That $4,000 goes into a box, and that $4,000 will be needed to buy things to build the next event and all that. So, and also, say the $4,000. Say I take the $4,000. Just estimate, just round numbers. Say I make $4,000 on November. I take that and I take it to another event. And let's just say I make 10. Really, really good event, right? Everybody's there. Everybody has a good time. And I make $10,000. At this point, I start getting into enough money that I can start looking at the next phase of what I want to do, which is capital to put down to have a RTR executioner made. I don't want to do this with a second mortgage. I don't want to have to go get some big loan. I want to work all of this and roll it into a RTR executioner or whatever comes up at that point in time. So I got big, big goals. I want to do a lot of things with this. I really do. It's just going to take me some time, and I've got to budget things to where I can take whatever I bring in off of these events and roll that into the end game, which is Exocaged RC, crawler, basher, all that stuff. You know, I would like to have all that. You know, so anyway. All right, yeah. Probably said, yeah, anyway, we're good, yeah. All right, let me see here. Question: would you consider a vintage buggy class for people bringing out? Vintage buggy class. If we get enough vintage buggies, yes, they will run those. I've been wanting to get my original Kyosho Ultima Pro to show as they go. I can ask the guys running those style events for you. I'm taking some so could race the bandits. Yeah. Now at the next Cherokee event, which should be in April of next year, I did talk to the ladies, and we can move the picnic tables. We will have under the pavilion Grom and Losi NASCAR oval racing. We will have that. Good, but that is, I'm sure wants a good Cherokee buggy, now bandit. Get the baking and stove ready. Once my truck is paid off in 2 years, and I can find a job in Florida. Well, Clayton, maybe in 2 years, I'll be making enough to support 2 households. At that point, dude, I would absolutely hire you if you're available at that time, and if I can make this into something that's can support that. Yeah, you got a buggy that's way older than you, Joseph. Exocaged lowrider. Exo coin, meme coin. Yeah, I can see that now. I will put out a meme coin. Everybody's going to jump on it. It'll be a pump and dump kind of a routine, and I'll be in a prison. I'll be having to do the hot tour in prison, won't I? Uh-huh. The adoption would be complete, right, Pat? All right, so we got about 6 minutes. We got smashed into by a groom, destroyed the camera link. How did they get a groom? Gundam Nut, I'm trying every angle I can, buddy. I thought she was arrested. I thought she was arrested. Did she actually not get arrested? I thought they did actually get her. Dude, from what I understand, man, it's real easy to make a meme coin, or as the internet calls it, a shit coin. I've got like billions of those, and they are exactly that. She was interviewed by the FBI. See, I'm not sure that she was smart enough to actually know what was going on behind the scenes. Too stupid to be charged. Yeah, that reminds me of another guy we had for 4 years. So just too stupid to be charged with anything, right? Use a meme coin as a ticket. I don't know. Meme coin as a ticket. I don't know about that one. House. But anyway, guys, 4 minutes. Going to wrap this up, and I'm going to go spend some time with family. Come back out, and I've got a truck that is going to be released in about 6 days. I've got to take care of that video, which is really good. Like today, when I did that video today, I said brushless. I was wrong. It was brushed because I was thinking of this other truck I've got in the video. It is brushless. And dude, it's bad to the bone. It's nice. He's eating cheese and meat from a plate. No, 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes before this live, the door opened. The wife was in here. She goes, "Can you order Little Caesars?" Oh, crap. Yeah, I had to get that done pretty quick. Dude, Gundam, she can totally cook that anytime, dude. Totally, anytime. Thank you, Casey. Appreciate it. I'm going to wrap up about 3 minutes, and I'm going to get inside, and I got to do some cleanup on this guy since I am done with it, and get this ready to go back to Nitro Pimp. If you're not subscribed to Nitro Pimp, let's see if we can get him over 1,000. I want to see him make that first nickel. There is some crazy bread in there. At least I think there. Hopefully, there's some left. OG's Nitros. Thank you, buddy. Dude, Clayton, I'm telling you what. That she does this gigantic meatball with a boiled egg in the middle of it. It sounds crazy, but dude, it is so good. And she didn't even have those set as spicy either. Dude, I could get with Cow RC and he'll put my sticker on his stuff, no problem. Same with servos. I can do those. Batteries. I mean, I can put my name on all that stuff. Fairly simple. But yeah. Yeah, the crawler comp in Callahan Sunday. I'm not sure if I'm going to be there. I kind of want to talk to Don a little bit more about EF2 because come Monday, I really need to get this actually available on the website and all that. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to get there Sunday or not. When you bring him the truck back, switch the front tires to see if he notices. He'll notice. Oh, yeah, he'll notice. Those are some really good tires right there, man. Y'all have Goon Night. Y'all have Goon Night now, you hear? Starts gooning. Good night, eh? Ranch. I don't put ranch on my bread. No, they have like a marinara sauce that I use. Anyway, guys, you've been awesome. Let me let you go so I can get things going, and hopefully I get them wheels in because I really want to get those set up on some pro codes. Really do. No, I don't know what goon is. Well, they are super hogs. Mad Max 5B super hogs is what they are. All right, so good to go there. And guys, y'all have a good one. I am out of here. I probably shouldn't have did that. At least it came out the top end.